What's up, everyone? My name is Colby, or as I'm better known as on Twitch, Instagram, and here on YouTube, Serial Killer 02. And I am really excited about the videos that I am going to be doing next, and that is the unboxing of all of the content from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Change is Constant and City Fall board game Kickstarter that IDW ran last year. I finally got all of the content and I actually got it in today. And I was so excited to get the first video up that I wanted to go ahead and put it up as soon as I can. And I've always been a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan ever since the 80s. I grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ironically enough, I didn't realize I was wearing my Michelangelo t-shirt while I was doing this video. But it was just kind of a happy accident that I happened to be wearing it. But today I'm going to start with unboxing Change is Constant, and I'm going to break this up into a couple of different videos, mainly because there's so much content in these boxes that it would be hard to show you everything all at once. It would be a really long video, and so I'm going to break it up into smaller videos. But with that being said, if you have been here before or been to the channel before, thank you so much for coming back and welcome back. If this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I really hope that you like the videos. This video is not as good as some of my other videos film-wise, but reason is I got all new recording stuff for Christmas. I finally have a green screen, as you can tell. I also got a new microphone, and I got a DSLR camera. And so I'm still working out all the kinks, so bear with me. This first video is kind of rough. Hopefully the next ones won't be as rough, and I will kind of have things honed in just a little bit more. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the Change is Constant box. If you like the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button, and that way you will know whenever the next videos are coming out. The next one I will do is going to be City Fall, and then after that I will do the Kickstarter content and show you everything in there, and there is a crap load in that one as well. But with that being said, enough of me talking and you having to look at my face. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is in the box. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first box, and this is going to be the Change is Constant. And in this box, there is a lot of really cool stuff. I really like that they stayed true to the comic book look and feel for the game, and you will see that as we go through each of these boxes and take a look at what's inside. But to start with, the artwork on the front is really, really cool. I really like the way that it looks. Down here, each box, it shows game design by Daniel Lansdowne and Pete Walsh, game system by Kevin Wilson, IDW Games, and Adventures Universal Game System. Then, what's really cool is on every side of the box, you have got some different artwork. So you've got that, and then you flip it here, you got Wrath, and then you flip it again, you got Mikey on a skateboard, and then you flip it again, there's Leo. So as you can tell, they've got all four turtles on it. Then you flip it over to the back, and you will be able to see the information about this box. So right up here kind of tells you the story of what's going on in this box set. It says, battle with your brothers through the streets of New York City to defend your town from the sinister Baxter Stockman and his technological terrors. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Change is Constant is a scenario-driven game created in IDW's Adventures Universal Game System. Each Adventure System game is both standalone and compatible with other games in the system. Play as one of the four Ninja Turtles or take on the role of Baxter and command his robot fleet, including the menacing Mega Mouser. This all-new entry into the Adventure system features a brand new campaign and 2 different modes of play, 1 versus many and fully cooperative. And so that gives just a little bit of background of what's going on in this box. Each box has a little story that goes along with it, and I will try to read those as we go through them. Then here you've got a components list. I'm not going to go through all that. You can kind of see it if you want to take a better look at it. Feel free to pause and read through it. But that is kind of what is on the back. It shows you all of the models and how many of each you get. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and flip it over and we will take a look at what is inside. And the first thing you will see whenever you open up the box is going to be 3 books. 2 of those are the adventure comics in part 1 as well as part 2. These are actually the scenarios. So when you open it up, it looks just like a comic. It's got the comic book artwork. I love it. This is the tutorial campaign, and this tells you exactly how everything works. So as you flip through, you will see that the artwork is awesome. Then you've got the different scenarios and how to set them up. As you play through, the cool thing about this is it has a little comic strip and then tells you exactly what's going on in the pictures as well as setting up the story for the scenario. And so that goes through in both of these books, and it's really cool. And then on the back, each one has different advertisements and stuff, so it really is set up just like the comics are. And then right under that, you find the rule book. And the rule book is huge. I believe it's almost 40 pages. Yeah, it's 39 pages. And so you go through and you will find all the information you need. They tell you all of the different components, and I will go over those in this video. So no real need to spend too much time going through all of that information. And so as you can tell, it's set up in a really nice way. And yeah, it gives you all of the information that you need. I haven't read through the entire thing yet, but the stuff that I have read is awesome. And so there is that. And then from there, we come to the models. And I'm not going to do the models just yet. I'm going to wait and do those last. But as you can tell, all of the models are awesome. And it comes in a nice tray, and it's got a cover over it. So once you take that off, you will find all of the tokens. And to start off, the first tokens we have are the life tokens. And the full pizzas are 5 life, and that's for the turtles, and a slice is 1 life. For the villains, you will see that it is still pizzas on the other side, but it is rotten pizzas, and it's like fish bones and worms and different things like that, and they still consist of 5 and 1 pieces on here. So there are the life tokens in the game. And then right under that, you will see that there are focus tokens. And these tokens are represent how much focus a player has at any time. And focus in this game can be spent to reroll dice or activate special moves. And so that's what the focus tokens are used for during the game. The tokens just below it right here, those are the KO tokens. And those are given to figures if they have been knocked out. And then if they fail to awaken on the next turn. And so that's a really cool thing that they've put into the game. I'm not going to get into too much detail on that since this is an unboxing, but that is what those tokens are for. So right under that, you will find quite a few different tokens. These tokens are the take cover and crouch tokens, and different terrain in the game will let you either take cover or crouch, and you put a token down on the board so you remember which characters are taking cover or crouching. These different tokens right here, each one of those represent a side of the dice. So these are dice placeholders. And these tokens are used for, you can share your dice with other players. And when you do that, you'll give them one of these to kind of remind you which face you had given that other player. So these are some of the terrain tokens. I believe, if I remember correctly, these tokens are actually just neutral terrain tokens. And then right here is the spawn tokens, and that's used for the enemies, so you know where the enemies will spawn. And when you flip it over, you will see that there are some different sides to these as well, because there are different dice, and each character has their own different faces. And so that kind of just shows you the other side of this token sheet. So after that, we come to another token sheet. And on this one, you have the objective tokens, and these represent special goals in some battles. So these could be characters or items that hero players need to acquire or protect. And then here we've got a lot of different terrain, and some of this terrain does different things. So, for example, you've got dumpster tokens. These tokens represent dumpsters and different things like that, and it's covered terrain, elevated. It can be considered elevated terrain. You have got doors, and they can be opened or closed. There's a lot of different terrain in this game. You've got trash bag piles, you've got trash cans, just a lot of different, like I said, terrain. And when you flip it over, you will see that the dumpster can be opened, the garage can be opened, all of these things can be opened, or something can be done with them. So there is that tile, and then from there, we will move on. Here are the fire tokens, and then you've got camera tokens, and those will be used in different scenarios. I believe that those were actually used in a scenario from the Kickstarter campaign. And then it looks like here you have got some elevated terrain tokens, and these tokens, they can include shipping containers and subway cars. So you will see the subway cars here in just a minute, but all of those tokens are actually elevated terrain tokens. And then right here you've got different things like computer servers, different things like that, and those are blocking terrain tokens. And so with those, obviously it kind of blocks your area to move and do certain things. Then you've got manhole cover tokens. And so again, there's a lot of tokens in this game because there's a lot of different things to do in this game. So kind of like with the fire, when you put it out, you flip it over to let you know that it is out. So there is that one. And then we come to more terrain. And with this terrain, you've got bench and roadblock tokens. Then you have also got AC units. Here's another objective token. And then from there, down at the bottom here, you've also got steam jet tokens. And just like I said, there's a lot of terrain, a lot of different things in here. This is more blocking terrain tokens. And so after that, come to another set of tokens. And here you're going to see another objective token. Then you've got cars, more AC, some boards, just a lot of different terrain that is within this game. And then right here you have got a figure token, and this represents figures on the map that don't have a miniature. So as you can tell, there are a lot of tokens to this game. Right under that, you will find some of the map tiles. So let me go ahead and get these out of the package, and I will let you see some of the map tiles. Now that I have the package undone for the map tiles, you can kind of see them just a little bit better. Let me focus the camera here. There we go. And again, the artwork is awesome. It's very clear, very crisp, very nice. And just to kind of give you a little bit of information here, the yellow areas that you see on the map tiles are actually areas that cost one more point of movement to be able to move into them. They're called slow areas. And then the blue areas are climbable lines or climbable areas. And so you can move across, or you can only cross a climbable line if you perform the climb terrain move. And so with the climb terrain move, it is 2 move tokens. And so you may use the action to move from a space of low terrain to an adjacent empty space of elevated terrain. So these are elevated areas on the map. So with that, go ahead and move on. As you can see, there are a lot of tiles in this game, and then there are a lot of different things to do with each of these map tiles. And I really like the fact that this game can be customized in any way you want to do it. So, yeah, with that being said, that is a lot of the map tiles that are in the game. I'm kind of going through them real quick so you can see each one. But the artwork and the style for it is just awesome. Now, right here, this line, that is actually a grindable line. And so you may use the grind terrain to move on the lines. The arrows will tell you which way you can move, and line of sight is not affected by these. And so that's really cool that this is in here. But that kind of gives you an idea of all of the different map tiles and what they look like for this box within the game. And so with that being said, once you take that out, you will find all of the different cards and the dice. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of those. And once you move the map tiles, you will find these just little helpful, these big helpful cards. This is for cooperative mode. This is villain control board. You're going to put the initiative deck down here. Flip it over. You've got competitive mode, villain deck info, round summary. Kind of gives you all the information you need, and active zone 1 and 2. And so that just gets into the co-op and competitive. So this would be the 1v mini, and this is the co-op side. And then besides that, you have got the general terms and icons guide. And then, like I was talking to you about a minute ago with all of the different map tiles, you will see that there is a lot of different things that you can do on these map tiles. And this just kind of tells you exactly what you can do on all of those. So under that, you will find the character dashboards and other cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is on the character dashboards, and then we will go from there. So with the character dashboards, you'll start off here and you will see that this is the name. Then you've got the faction name, the faction logo, and then from there you come to the ability name. So this is the ability that each character has. So right here, obviously Leonardo is leader, and it says after action dice are rolled and any re-rolls are made, Leo may trade 1 action die belonging to any friendly hero with an action die belonging to another friendly hero until the end of the round. And then after that, you will find all of the different symbols up here. And so you have got the move attribute, the attack attribute, you have got the defend attribute, the skill attribute, focus attribute, and the life attribute. You have got the awakening attribute. Then down here, that is where the character unique action dice icons are. So that lets you know the different icons that each character has. And then right here, this gives you the reference for each of the cards. And so as you can tell, the artwork is just awesome. I really love the way that all of these look. So going through that, you can see each character. There's Casey Jones. He was always one of my favorite characters as well. Then we come to the Thug Brawlers, which will let us see what one of the competitive the villain sheet is. So right here you've got the name, again you've got the affiliation, then you've got the symbol, what they can do, information on what they can do, and I'm sorry, the camera's moving a little bit. Then up here you have got the move attribute, the hit attribute, then that shell is the block attribute, and then that is how much life that they have. So then from there you've got the secondary targeting priority, then you have their attack type, and then again the card reference. So it goes through and you've got there's Old Hob, Mousers, Mega Mouser, and you got Baxter Stockman, Foot Ninjas, Alopex, and so there's a lot of cards in this game, a lot of dashboards, and I will probably end up putting all these in hard sleeves, but that's all of the cards or the dashboards for this box. Then right under that you will see that they have given you some extra baggies for all of the tokens once you have taken those out. Then you have got some rings for the turtles, so you can tell them apart from all the other models. Then right here, this is something that is pretty interesting. Right here you have got the victory bookmark, and this bookmark is used to keep track of your progress in the adventure comics. And so you just kind of put that on there and it lets you know if you are going through doing the one verse mini, you have that side. If you're doing the co-op, you do that side, because down at the bottom it says we won. On the other side it says I won. And so there is that. Now we have all of the different dice. And so taking a look at the dice, I wanted to go ahead and give you a little bit better look at them. So here you have got the move icon, and you will have two different types of move icons. So for each move icon spent, a character receives move points equal to the move attribute listed on their hero or villain sheet. Character's move is 3, and they spend 1 move icon, they receive 3 move points. They spend 2 move icons, they receive 6. So move points are used to move around the map. The character performs a different action of any sort before using all of the move points received from spending move icons. The remaining move points are lost. So this kind of lets you see you have 1 move icon, or you can do 2. And then here you've got your melee icons right there. Then this is your ranged icons. You've got your defense icon. Then this is mixed icons. And so on the dice, I will show you in the book here, you will see that there's different icons. You can do a block and a move, a block and a ranged, and a block and a melee. And then right after that, you will find the chi icon. And that is kind of like a special on the dice. And so that kind of lets you see the hero dice and what all of the different icons on the dice are. And then here on the battle dice, you will find that this is the hit icon, the double hit, and the miss, and the block. So those are the different icons that are on the dice. And so now that I've shown you that, let me reset the camera up, and we will take a look at the rest of what is in the box. So now that we've looked at the dice and everything else, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the cards. I am not going to open them because I don't want to give any spoilers, but here is a look at kind of what the cards look like. And so with this one, since it's up on top, I will go ahead and kind of explain what this one is. And on these cards, you will see this one's called Leaping Strike. Right up here is the special move cost to play the card. Right here, it shows you who it can be played with. Right here is the name of it, and then this is the information for the card. So this is the effect that it does. So Leo leaps up, to 3 spaces in a straight line, then he may make an attack with +2 melee strike. The next ones we have are going to be the villain ability cards. And so you've got the character name right here. And then you've got the number of figures that it's activated. And this says 1 time. And then it shows the ability color group, the ability card name, and then you have the ability card effect. And on this one, it says this turn. Thug Gunner's ranged strikes cannot be combined with each other. And then you have got the icons and the reference, the card reference number. And then it is the same with these. So that kind of gives you an idea of all of the different things that are in the box. But now with that being said, let's go back and I will show you all of the different models that come in this box. So to start off with, I thought that I would go ahead and show you the smallest model. And that is going to be Mouser. So as you can tell, this thing is tiny. And I will show you a comparison here in just a minute. But as you can see, the model has some great detail on it. They did a really good job with the models in this game. I am very impressed. So with that, there is the Mouser. And then here's the Mega Mouser. So this kind of gives you an idea of how big Mega Mouser is compared to the Mouser. And so, yeah, like I said, this thing is a beast, and it's really cool. I really like the way it looks, and even on the inside of the mouth, there's still detail, and it just looks awesome. So they did a really good job with that. Then from there, we'll go ahead and move on to the Thug Gunner. And I love the expression on the faces. I love all of the different details in the clothes and how each character has just a completely different expression. And so you get 5 of these in the box. And so there is the Thug Gunner. Then from there, we will go ahead and take a look at the Foot Clan Ninja. And as you can see, he is holding a katana. And just, again, the detail in these is awesome. And the stance looks great. I mean, they've really done a great job with each of these models. After the Foot Clan Ninja, we will go ahead and look at the next Thug Brawler. And so, again, just the stance, the muscles, and the detail on these models is just awesome. Let me see if I can get it zoomed in a little bit better for you. There we go. But that kind of gives you an idea of how detailed these models are and what they've done with them. And I'm really happy with all the models. I think they've done really well. It exceeded my expectations, to be honest with you. I really like the way that they look. And so after looking at that one, let's go ahead and take a look at the turtles. And now let's take a look at Raphael. And as you can tell, Raphael is angry, like he usually is. And so it's really hard to see here, but I will try to get it the best I can. There is so much detail in these models, it's crazy. Like the shells even have lines in them and different details within the shell itself. So there is Raphael. We have got the leader. We have got Leo. And again, the models are just awesome. And the stance is great. I love how their bandana is like waving in the wind, and it just looks awesome. And so there is Leo's model. And next, go ahead and take a look at Mikey. So here is Michelangelo. As you can tell, mine came with a wheel that was broken, and so I need to get a hold of them and see about getting that switched out. But I love the action that they've put into this model of him being on the skateboard and just up in the air. And so there is how Mikey looks. And then, of course, we have one more turtle, and that is Donatello. And again, I just love how they did each one of them in a different stance, and just how each one has a different facial expression and just completely different character for each model. And so from there, we will take a look at Casey Jones. And Casey Jones, again, is one of my favorite characters, and so I'm really excited for this model. I think it looks awesome. They did a really good job with keeping with the comic book look of him. And so there is the Casey Jones model. And then we come to Old Hobbs. And he's just a cool character anyway. Reading through the comics, he's becoming one of my favorite characters. Like, I really liked Old Hobbs in the comics. And we have a couple of more figures left to take a look at. First one we will look at is Alopex. And again, I love all the different stance, the cape waving in the wind, her big tail, just all of it. I think it looks awesome. So there's Alopex. And then the last model that I have to show you is Mr. Baxter Stockman. And so, as you can tell, again, just the detail in these models is awesome. I think they did a great job, and I am really impressed with everything they did for these models. So there it is. That is the full unboxing for the Change is Constant set. So with that, let's go ahead and take it up top, and I will give you my last impressions. And there you have it. That is everything that is in the Change is Constant box. And as you can tell, there is a lot of stuff to these games. There are 3 boxes this size, and then there are a lot of boxes that are, smaller, that have just a couple of things in them. But yeah, I mean, these boxes, they have a lot of stuff. The game looks awesome. All of the content is spectacular. I mean, they did a really good job with the models. Everything in this game is real high quality. So yeah, what was your favorite thing out of this box? Like, what model did you like the best? What components did you think were cool? If there's anything that I can do in the next video, please feel free to put it in the comments, and I will do my best to make those changes. And if you liked it, please hit that like, that subscribe button, and let me know what you're most excited to see out of the next boxes. But like I said, next box I will do is going to be City Fall. And besides that, thank you all so much again for stopping by. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and then you will know exactly when I come out with a new video. So until next time, thank you so much. Happy gaming. Have a great day. Bye-bye.